Hey Ellen, what's up?
Oh, hey Luke. Well, remember Wimble Dungeons, the one-sheet tennis RPG that we were sent?
It's a 10 to beat. I really can't lose this or I lose the game, so I'm going to use my other PowerPoint to take it down to 5.
Yeah.
But then I'm going to increase to a difficult to return drop shot. You want 15? Here's your 15. Oh!
So, I thought I'd make my own one-sheet tabletop RPG, but for the World Cup.
Oh, cool. Can I play?
Yeah, sure. Okay, right, my team's got the kickoff. And a 10. We've got the ball. What do you want to do?
I'll roll for an intercept. 20!
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Wait, what's happening?
You went in with too much power. Now you need to roll again to avoid a foul. Ah! 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 Too low!
That was an 18.
Too low!
Oh, jeez!
Ow!
Oh! What?
I'll never play again! Ah!
Show of the weekend, show of the weekend, show of the weekend, show of the weekend, show of the weekend.
Ah, man, that James.
Yeah.
He's relentless.
He's good with a whistle.
Yeah. This is 15 hours later. He chased me relentlessly.
Many feels okay. Or was it this one? I can't remember.
I guess that's just the modern game. I'll tell you what's also a modern game.
Yes.
It's the video game Rage 2.
Ooh.
So Rage 2 isn't out until spring of next year.
Yeah.
Or at some point in next
There's
year.
a lot of games out in spring next year.
But we got to play it in advance at E3. The footage you're seeing now is not our capture because we weren't allowed to get any, take the feed from the game or anything like that. But so this is just all sort of corporate B-roll, which is why it's so good and professional.
Yes, I was trying to say, that's why it doesn't look rubbish.
Yeah. I was not crazy optimistic about Rage 2. I didn't play the first one especially, although I understand it was quite fun, but not amazing.
My two didn't play it, but I saw kind of what happened with the marketing. Like when it was first gonna be a thing, it was very much more in the style of Rage 2 in terms of the art. It was gonna be bright and crazy and woo. It kind of went through the video game making machine and came out as brown sludge. It lost a little bit of that shine, which was a shame, and so I don't think it did as well as it could have.
Well, it kind of came out in that era when all the games were sort of brown sludge.
Everything was brown.
When brown sludge was sort of a la mode.
They just put the filter over it. Like all these artists probably put loads of work into making lots of nice bright colours, and then they just went filter.
And the game is finished, and now sludge and sell it.
Yeah.
Why is no one buying it?
Yeah.
Don't they like sludge? By all accounts, it was sort of okay, but still, I think a little bit surprising that they made a sequel. And when we were looking at the trailers, it looked like a game that was very chaotic, but I'll be honest, there was nothing in it that especially really grabbed me. I was getting vibes of like Borderlands 2 in that sort of like, it's crazy, but actually it's not really crazy. It's actually quite a sort of sensible game.
Sensible and well designed and thoughtful.
Mechanics and progression and stuff like that, yeah. But I have to say, having played it, I think it's going to be a lot better than it looks. Would you agree, Andy, with that one-line summary? He's got his headphones in, which means yes.
It reminds me of Bulletstorm.
Oh, Bulletstorm's a good comparison. It reminded me more than anything of Doom, which makes sense because it's id Software, who are like the people who made Doom. Similarly, you could look at the recent Doom 2016 and think this doesn't look like an amazing game, but the thing is, once the controller's actually in your hand, and it's
so good to control.
It's the feel.
It's really difficult to describe it.
Yeah, but
get that across to someone without being like, just play it.
And I think Rage 2 is going to be the same kind of feeling. It's that sensation when you're doing the gunfighting that you're gliding around and yet all of the weapons and you have like immense weight, like a hippo on roller skates or something, but one that you're completely in control of. The firefights are just really, really satisfying basically, and I think that's what makes it. The guns feel really like satisfying and boomy and like weighty, and there's pistols and shotguns and stuff, and all your usual archetypes. There's a bunch of different super moves that you can do. You can throw this little like bladed boomerang shuriken thing that kind of goes around and slices everyone up, and you've got power moves as well. You can do this one where it's called Shatter, I think, where you just go like that, and they go and they fly backwards. And they showed that in the trailer, and you can see it being used now. And I was like, it doesn't look like that much fun.
Oh hell yeah!
But when you're playing it, you're like, ah! You know. Okay, maybe not that much, or I wouldn't be invited back to E3 next year. There's another one you can do where your character kind of jumps and does a sort of ground pound, like, you know, the superhero landing? You know how superheroes always land? Like, I mean, it's hard to do on the sofa.
In Halo 5, I think they introduced that one.
That's right. It's just really, really satisfying when you have a group of enemies all clustered around and you just drop right into the middle of them and do that area of effect thing and they all go flying off. The other thing that I think is really clever is that you have an ultimate meter, a sort of rage meter, and when it's full you can go super powered for a while, and that means that your health recharges, which is good, and it also means that you do more damage and things like that. But here's the clever thing: to fill your rage meter you have to keep killing enemies. So if you take shelter or if you take cover, then the time since your last kill thing, it just kind of like depletes and it makes it harder to fill your meter. So it really encourages you to not take cover, to not be too sensible, and to just dive in there and just keep killing, man. And actually, I felt like I was finally playing an FPS that was tailored to my personal playstyle, which is to not overthink it or worry too much about stuff, and that actually, like, the skill is just in reacting and reflexes and kind of you're sort of like dodging bullets and being like, there's a person here, and a person, and you're sort of like running around. It's like, you know. It's good. It's a single-player campaign. As far as I know, the game's not going to have any multiplayer at all,
right?
Which is a slightly contentious thing, because when you're presented with a large open-world game, especially in the wake of like Fortnite and Battle Royale games and stuff, you might look at something like that and be like, where is the multiplayer option to make it into a sort of Mad Max Unreal Tournament or Quake or something, which is sounding pretty rad. James is nodding because he realises how rad that sounds. But then Doom is excellent.
Great.
Yeah, Doom is excellent.
I played a bit of multiplayer, but I mainly was just in the single player. Being like,
The
demons.
The single player is where it excels. When they've talked about the game, they've very much talked about it as being a game of two halves. One half is all the shooty, and the other half is drivey. And they're saying that there's going to be loads and loads of vehicles and...
It sounds like my extreme game.
Yeah.
It does sound like my extreme game.
Stealth, driving, craziness, do whatever,
Yeah, sounds a bit Mad Maxy,
Yes,
but a bit more like colourful and in your face.
The vehicle stuff, we didn't get to play any of that. I don't know if the car stuff is going to feel as good. It might do. There's there's no reason to not be optimistic, but at the same time, a huge selling point of the game is that it's got all these vehicles, and the vehicular combat is supposed to be really, really intense and really exciting. So we don't yet know whether that's going to be quite as satisfying and quite as fluid and quite as awesome.
So I find when I play FPS games that have car driving segments, I feel that it isn't as weighty, it's a bit too floaty sometimes.
Yes, yeah.
So it'd be good to have that real, like, when you're driving around and can...
It's a pretty big ask to get those two very difficult feelings perfect. The whole aesthetic, like you were saying, Mad Max kind of thing. But the thing about Mad Max, and I love Mad Max, is that it is completely unhinged. And I mean, like, all the way unhinged. And I think that sort of stuff, that kind of dystopia, like everyone's gone crazy thing, only really works if you properly lean into it and completely let go. And it has to feel completely unhinged, basically. And I would be surprised if Rage 2 will go that far, if that makes sense. So, like, in the little bit I played, you were violently infiltrating this base.
Mr. President, welcome to the Octopath mission.
Excellent. Now, look for the central computer. You will initiate the recall procedure for Eco-15, still in orbit.
To bring a satellite sort of thingy down to Earth, which is all well and good, but that's not what Mad Max would be doing. He'd just be living second to second, trying to get his guzzolene and trying to stay alive. Overarching plots are not very Mad Max.
No.
I worry that it's a little bit surface level, you know, and it's just going to look like, it's basically going to boil down to, like, some people wear chains and have like mohawks or something, which is kind of like shorthand for, like, the world's gone mad. But, you know,
everyone looks like punk rockers, so oh no!
Yeah. Ah! Punk rock in the desert.
Don't go to Camden, you'll be freaked out.
Like, truly society has abandoned this place. But what I can say for now is that it felt really, really satisfying to play, and it felt really like anarchic and unhinged in the way that it felt, even if I think maybe some of the aesthetics are not quite as all the way off the chain as I would kind of like.
I want to get my hands
So
on it.
fingers crossed.
Play
It could be the perfect Mike game. Could be.
It could be.
Fingers crossed.
Life is all about choices,
Yes,
and
it
it'll
is.
be Mike's choice as to whether he plays that game or not. And also, there's plenty of choices to be made in the upcoming JRPG Octopath Traveler. And Luke, I'm going to give you some questions with some choices too.
Whoa!
Hey, let's do it. Octopath Traveler sees you going on a JRPG adventure with a bit of a twist, selecting one of 8 starting characters, each with their own story, and gradually picking up the rest of the gang to help you on your journey. With a HD 2D style, using 16-bit sprites in a high-def world, this turn-based game looks rather stunning, Luke.
It looks amazing.
It looks really
looks
pretty.
Beautiful.
It looks lovely. I really like the style. It's lovely, and apparently, the music's supposed to be really good as well. But I've got some
Girl in a HD world.
big thing if you delete me. Question 1, Luke.
Yeah.
The hunter can fight and collect animals, which they can call forth to help them in battle.
Nice.
A bit like Pokemon, but the trainer actually fights instead of standing on the sideline like big
Yeah.
wuss.
Ash Ketchum.
Yeah.
You coward.
Her main animal companion is a snow leopard.
Oh.
Luke,
Yeah.
what would your main animal buddy be?
Main animal buddy.
And
Yeah.
what other animal would be the first for you to try and pick up? To be,
Ooh.
you can summon them in
Okay,
a match and they
okay.
can do a move and hit them for you.
Oh, I like this. It's a while since we've done a quiz where we basically just talk about animals, isn't
Yeah.
it? This feels yeah.
I was going through, looking through the information about the games,
Yeah.
snow leopard.
So my main one would certainly be the rhinoceros. Because if you would say, Luke, would you like a rhinoceros? I'd say, of course, yeah, definitely a rhino. Rhino is the closest living animal akin to a triceratops, in my opinion. So, yeah, definitely a rhino. Love
So
rhinos.
walking through NPC towns.
It'd be brilliant. I would walk it on a lead, and I would ride it most of the time. That's the brilliant thing about rhinos, is that you can ride them. I mean, you can't in real life, but I probably can in my RPG. And yeah, I would when I go in, I could tie it up outside the saloon, so it could be like having a little drink from a trough. And then in terms of animals I would pick up, I guess I'd want something to complement the rhino. So probably not another rhino, although that would be good. 2 rhinos. Then I could ride them with 1 foot on each one, like Ace Ventura on those crocodiles.
Another rhino. Not something cute and fluffy to
I thought about that. I thought about maybe a small bird to clean the rhino's teeth, but
yeah.
no.
Or
second rhino.
something okay.
Second rhino.
Not something kind of something small and cute, and then they underestimate it, and then the rhino just comes in.
No, just 2
No,
rhinos.
just 2 rhinos.
So that when they're underestimating the first rhino, the second rhino kills them with its powerful horns and feet.
Yeah.
You've already got a rhino, the best animal. Just add another rhino.
Right.
That's maths.
And question 2, Luke. The characters have special abilities that they can use on NPCs. So
Okay.
Apothecary Alfin and Scholar Cyrus each have special abilities that allow them to ask questions to NPCs and find out more about the world they're exploring. Meanwhile, 2 of the other characters, Priestess Ophelia and Dancer Primrose, can invite NPCs to aid them in battle.
Cool.
So these are just 4 of the 8 people, and these are just 2 kind of similar things that 2 of them have.
Yeah, okay.
Luke, do you think asking for information or aid in battle is most advantageous?
Aid in battle.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so. Because you can ask for information and they might be like, oh, this is their weakness, this is how you can sort of do this little next bit of the quest stealthily, but I'd foul it up. Fundamentally, when push...
Just throw things at it!
Yeah.
Including people!
Yeah,
Ah!
fundamentally, when push comes to shove, I will make a mistake at the most crucial time, and nothing is more valuable than a helping hand
Yeah.
to swoop in and just push things over the goal line.
Question 3.
Okay.
There are plenty of films with 8 in the title, meaning that, ignoring the fact that Octopath Traveler is a carefully crafted game with 8 suitable characters to play as, we could create an RPG from one of the following 8 films.
Okay.
Luke,
Yeah.
I'm going to list off some films,
Yeah.
and you are then going to pick one and describe the RPG that we will be making.
Okay.
with it.
Okay.
All of these films are to do with the number 8 in some way.
Yeah.
8 women. In French, 8 femmes, or huit femmes. A 2002 French dark comedy musical film.
Great start.
Okay. 8 Crazy Nights. A 2002 animated holiday adventure featuring Adam Sandler. Okay. 8 Seconds. A 1994 American biographical drama film about bull riding. 8 Men Out. A 1988 sports drama film about the Black Sox World Series scandal in 1919.
No idea what that is.
They bet against themselves. They said that they would lose, and then they lost.
Was that the year the World Series was fixed? Was that what? There was a gangster called Arnold Rothstein, I think.
am not
Maybe
sure.
he fixed it.
8 Mile, a 2002 American musical drama film about the life of Eminem.
Sure.
Based on the life of Eminem.
Yeah.
8 Millimeter, a 1999 American-German crime mystery film featuring Nicolas Cage. He's like a private investigator.
I would love a Nicolas Cage RPG.
Yeah. The Hateful Eight, a 2015 American Western film by Quentin Tarantino.
Sure.
Finally, my personal favourite. 8 Below, a 2006 American survival drama film featuring a bunch of huskies and a dude.
Oh.
It's a lovely film about friendship and bonding and survival in the cold.
Well, that sounds like it would make a great RPG.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So what would you make?
Okay, so you play as a husky who all RPGs have to they all start in like a small town, don't they?
Yeah.
So we open in Husktopia, which is where all the huskies live, and there's a nice husky society, and everything's all chill and stuff, and you get given a very simple task like, oh, go to your grandma husky's house and get your little husky collar, because today is the day of your husky collar ceremony.
Aww.
And all the little huskies in the village go have it. Yeah. Exactly. So you're a little husky and it's your birthday or whatever. Then things go sideways because a man crashes into Antarctica and the husky goes and finds them, and that kicks off a big adventure where you have to go all over Antarctica and you have to gather the 7 wise huskies, and then you get them all and you're like, oh no, but there was supposed to be 8, and it turns out that you're the 8th husky.
Spoilers.
Spoiler. That actually comes in about the 90-hour mark, so yeah, that was a pretty massive spoiler to drop. You have a husky love interest, yeah, and there's a sort of will they won't they thing, and they die. I know. In an act of bravery, they fall into a walrus encampment, and tens of dozens of walruses just fall upon them. There's nothing left.
Okay, well, I'm really
Yep.
looking forward to playing.
Yeah, it's all right.
Lovely.
Yeah. Hey, you've got to have some sour in with the sweet.
Okay, next question. I'm gonna leave the table. In Octopath Traveler, you choose one of 8 characters who have a class, and they each have their own little backstory as to why they're going on an adventure.
Yeah,
So,
sure.
For example, there's one of them, they've just found a book and they want to follow in the footsteps of that adventurer, and they just want to see what's happening in the world. So
Nice.
what we're going to do is, using a D8,
Yeah.
is we're going to roll for your character,
Oh, cool.
deciding your name, your class,
Yep.
and a little bit of your backstory, which then I
Yeah.
would like you to flesh out.
Okay, sure.
Again, and please no more husky deaths. Okay, so,
Feeling lucky you're going to make my Octopath character.
yeah.
It's going to be sweet.
First, we roll for your name, so roll.
4.
Next one, we roll for your class. I'm going to be
Okay.
announcing this at the end. Roll that again.
1.
Ah, nice. And then finally, rolling for your backstory.
6.
Ah, right. Okay.
Okay.
You've actually probably got one of the most sensible sets I've written here.
Good.
So your name is Kev,
Good.
right?
Yeah, fine. Yeah, Kev. Yeah.
And you are a rogue,
Yeah.
and you're trying to fulfill your destiny.
Oh. Okay.
Do you like that? Or would you like to roll
I
again?
want to roll
for a new
again.
character?
Don't worry, Kev the Rogue. Okay, I'm rolling again. 7,
Okay.
2, 7.
Okay, lovely. Right.
Okay.
Your name is Ernie.
Oh,
You're an accountant.
James.
And you're searching for a lost item.
The most fun character ever.
Is it like a receipt or something from the last tax year?
Would
Ernie,
you like to
yeah.
stay with Ernie, or would you like
No, I'll
to
stay
roll
with Ernie.
again?
No, I'll stay with Ernie. Stay with Ernie. I'm not rolling again. Not going to betray Ernie like that.
James, would you like to roll for a character? Would you like me to roll, or would you like to come along?
Can I roll for you, James?
God, yeah, you roll.
3,
Okay, 3,
2,
2,
2.
2.
I'm an accountant.
Yeah.
You're an accountant as well.
Accountant buddy.
Yeah.
But your name is Bob,
Yeah.
you're an accountant, and you're an orphan trying to find your family.
Oh!
That's important, but as long as everyone recognises that it comes second to finding the lost receipts.
Right.
Because the tax year is nearly over, guys, and I really want to get all of these filings squared away. Yeah?
Shall I join your team?
Yep,
Shall
okay,
I roll to join
yep,
your team?
yep.
Okay, so you roll for
You're
me.
all support classes, though, to Ernie the accountant.
Okay, so
2.
2,
3,
3,
5.
5. Okay, I am Dave,
Yeah.
the warrior,
Warrior is one of them.
who's just going to the shops.
Oh, okay.
So I'm fine for whatever, as long as I can go get me a pint of milk.
Yeah,
and
sure,
a bit
sure,
of bread.
sure. Yeah.
I just need to get some bits and pieces.
Just warrior,
you know,
just
need to,
casual warrior
you
supplies.
know, fill up the
Okay,
pouches
all right.
and stuff.
Well, I love the
Well,
party.
I think we've got a great
We've got a great team.
A great team.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I will put up the options so that if you at home want to decide your Octopath Traveler character, you can. But I think we've learnt a lot about the game.
I think, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So I think now, from learning about Octopath Traveler, we should learn more about you guys by reading what you've been saying in the comments.
Let's roll to see if Ernie agrees. No.
Ooh.
But we'll do it anyway.
On last week's show, Luke gave me a World Cup themed quiz despite none of us really knowing much at all about the beautiful game. But no, you can do it. 3 lines on your shirt. Jules? Still dreaming. No more years of hurt.
She's right! Let's go out there and score all the goals!
Let's do it, lads!
Yes! Do it!
Several viewers were alarmed by the sporty change in subject matter, Ellen, including Elizabeth Fleming, who said, "Flees to the online safety of outside Xtra to escape the football madness here in Belgium." C's title. Et tu, Ellen and Luke?
Oh, Belgium. Now, depending on how you do this week, you'll either be out in the semis or in the finals.
Ellen, Elizabeth wanted less football talk.
Oh, right, yeah, sorry. What did we talk about before the World Cup? Fidget spinners. No, wait.
Anyway, last week's show also started with an important update on my Dark Souls completion status.
You've completed Dark Souls, a lot of people have. Now can we just soldier on?
Funny you should mention soldiers, because I was just saying the other day that the SAS should probably recruit Dark Souls players like me for our superior reflexes and evasion skills. Here, check this dodge roll.
Commenter Jennifer Valentine said, oh, hang on, no. Next comment.
Why? What's it say? Luke, are you going to play Dark Souls 2? There's a Dark Souls 2?
Damn it, you weren't supposed to find out about that.
I'll have so much more to talk about.
Elsewhere, we examine the games that appear to be adorable and cutesy but are secretly nightmare dystopias where everyone's dead from plagues. Or it turns out they're set on Earth where all the humans have mysteriously gone.
To the eagle-eyed, there are clues that suggest the world of Pikmin is none other than our own blue planet Earth. There's the thing where you sometimes come across 7-Up bottle caps. I mean, unless 7-Up is a universal constant found across the galaxy, like gravity or the speed of light in a vacuum.
This is all getting a little too real for commenter C. August McMullen. No, but what if 7-Up is a universal constant? Think of the implications
No, the other constants are safe, like the speed of Sprite in a vacuum.
Yeah, or how E equals Pepsi squared.
Meanwhile, we gave you a glimpse behind the scenes at a games trade show with our E3 video diary, featuring a few familiar faces.
It's Johnny!
Hi!
We're all already so tired. We'll get through this.
Yeah, oh no, it'll be fine. Absolutely fine.
We'll just roll for initiative.
Commenter Boom Chakalaka isn't surprised to see Johnny, our Dungeons & Dragons DM, in such a high-tech environment. After the technological revolution of Geth, DM Johnny sits before our heroes. Adobe, Merrill Windows, Corazon de Bal Linux, and CP Udents.
Brilliant, but someone's missing.
Never fear, Brent Dreyer is here. Don't forget Egabyte.
Okay, no jokes, you're all amazing.
Seriously.
Finally, we were blown away by all the amazing one-sheet tennis RPGs you lot sent us after we issued the Challenge on Show of the Weekend last month. But it was Jonathan Assel's brilliant Wimble dungeons that caught the eye of our D&D DM and tennis RPG umpire, Johnny.
That's why he's so high up.
It's a visual gag.
That explanation didn't satisfy everyone though, including commenter Dally Daydream. See, I was figuring Johnny was in the high chair because he's still in character as Babby Alfred Strangetide. Kudos to Jonathan Assel's nice system.
Still a baby. Yeah, that would explain all those boxes of rusks everywhere.
Oh no, that's me. What? It helps with my teething.
Anyway, now it's time to look at some...
Oh, sorry, Alan, start again. There was a Pikachu on the sofa.
Oh, not again.
Okay. So I think the most significant... Oh, Pikachu, you rascal.
We really should learn.
Well, it's not the biggest filming challenge we face.
Oh my god! We could be besties! Merylwyn and Irene for life!
Ellen, you know that you're not actually your D&D character, right?
Thornwhip! Oh, damn it, I've cast it too many times. Sorry, hang on, just got to meditate for 4 hours. Oh, but don't.
Ellen, you know that you're not actually your D&D character, right?
Thornwhip! No, I've cast it too many times, sorry. 2 minutes, well, 4 hours, I've just got to meditate.
It's tough, I know.
Ha! Thornwhip! Oh, I've cast it too many times, sorry. 2 minutes, sorry, 4 hours. I've just got to go into a trance and get myself It's just when
It's
I
a
see
very
the
different, I know. Try it now.
Yes, well, I'm not the only one who can ruin a perfectly good take. Okay, we get it. You played Dark Souls. Well done. A lot of people have. Now, can we just soldier on? Have you shattered your collarbone?
Tell you what I did shatter. The primordial crystal in the battle with Seth the Scaleless. It's actually the only way to lower his HP. Not a lot of players know that.
Nailed it.
That's good. Can we do one more?
Okay.
There was only one thing wrong with that, and that was you said. I know you've played Dark Souls. A lot of people have, as opposed to completed.
Oh, okay. Oh yes. Yes, because there's a difference, isn't
Completed.
there?
Yeah.
Gotta get that in there.
There is a difference, because yeah. So you're insufferable, because
Yeah.
I beat it.
Yes.
Did I mention I beat it? Easily. I just care a lot about accuracy.
Yes. Especially when it comes to where you completing.
Accuracy is important to me in all things. It just so happened that then we were talking about Dark Souls, and so I cared deeply about the accuracy of that
Okay,
statement.
well, are there other accurate things that you need to, it would be accurate to let people know that they can like and subscribe if they enjoyed it and haven't done so already?
Yes,
yeah?
they can, and I would be bang on accurate if I said that you can come and see us at EGX in Birmingham, UK.
Yes,
So what's good?
yeah.
In September, we are going to be
NEC.
doing, it's going to be awesome. We were there last year and it was brilliant. We're going to be doing meet and greets every single day, and we'll be doing some live shows as well. On the Friday, we're going to be doing Showdown of the Week, which is when we will be tussling with the Oxbox folks, not literally physically tussling, although I think we don't know yet. It may turn out
Andy's the
that way.
quizmaster this year, so
Yeah.
it could be a bit different.
There could be a tussling round.
There could be a stealth element where we have to take each other out.
Yeah, with a stealthy tussle.
Sneak up behind Mike.
Stealthy Tussle sounds like a good name. It's my new D&D character.
Yeah.
Should something ever happen to Dob.
Heaven
forfend. Well, we'll find out because we're also doing live D&D on
Oh
the
my
Sunday
goodness.
at EGX, and that's going to be awesome as well. So do come along. All the details are in the description, and there's a link on screen now. So check it out.
Yeah.
For now, Ellen,
Yeah.
it's time for you and I to have a rewarding rusk.
Oh, delicious.
Help yourself. Give me your instant reaction. Oh, good, right? Lucky babies.